Hello, this is Adit. Now I'm going to talk about the en- the term of enshittification of social media or the internet. Basically, the um, downgrade of the internet. So basically, where it starts is like, let's take for example Uber. Like when it first launched, um, it was a big deal, because it had reduced the cost, like it's fair for each ride, and the service was much better than the local taxi cabs. So Uber mustered up or got a huge user base, and they thought that they could lock that in, and then that to switch over to the drivers, those the basically the marketing partners, who are like the drivers who provide the service, basically provide the service by driving them. So they had to, so now after having the users, they had to do something to get the drivers in place so that they won't leave that ecosystem that the Uber had built. So to accommodate for that, they increased the price. So year on and after, the Uber had a huge bump in its price tags for each for its fare. And now you can see, now if you use it, you will see that there is multiple options where you could select whether it is a regular drive or regular car, or a comfortable car, a luxury car, or a etc car, which is a more fancy car. So what it did was, it told to the drivers that they gonna, like, they basically gave 80% more than what they actually made from their app. And in doing so, basically then they improved, uh, they charged more for their service. And then they issued Uber Eats. And yeah, so you can see this downfall of a company, right? Like basically they first trap the customers, then they get the market partners, and basically monopolize over it until eventually it dies. Let's take the case of Netflix. um, when it first launched, its price was significantly lower than the hall tickets or the theater tickets, and so people used it more often. And it was a luxury to have, because for a particular small amount of fee you can watch all these movies and shows in one place. And so it boomed. But then it rolled up its to a new feature to display it in 4K, which charged you $719, and basically it charged you double, or maybe triple than what it first charged, for a serve, and for to make you think that you are paying for something better, even though it's a minor upgrade. And now if you see the fragmentation of different companies, so you will see, you get Netflix, Disney Plus, Hell, Now, Paramount, and so you get all of these streaming services. And now you have to uh, get a monthly subscription of each one of them, because they have their own independent shows that you might want to watch. Like let's say Netflix had some particular movies, Then Disney Plus Hotstar came in, and the Disney Plus Hotstar took its ownership of its movies and then put it on their app. And then Paramount Pictures came in, and then they took the rights of their own movies from Netflix, so that those movies can only be played in Paramount Pictures streaming services. So now you have to pay for all these streaming services, which is quite a big deal. Now let's take the case of Amazon. At first, it was a banger. Like, its main focus was to reduce the delivery time, and it still does it. Like, it still reduces the delivery time by a huge. At first, it subsidized or bought many of the products to upgrade its market, and sold them in a lower prices to monopolize over it. And soon people started to think that Amazon was the store where everything you can buy anything you want, like you can have anything you want at a cheaper rates. But soon Amazon started bumping them, upgrading their prices. Like, if you search a product in Amazon, then you search it on Google, then you could definitely find some website or marketplace selling that same product at a lower price. And then they issued the Prime membership, which basically told that it would lower the delivery time, and but then too it still asks you on whether you need the delivery to be on that particular time. Like basically it can be delayed still. And then it rolled up its Prime features like Amazon Prime, and yet even after subscribing to Amazon Prime, you still need to watch the ads when viewing any shows in Amazon Prime. So you see that they create, like, they may automatically create basically a room where they have locked up many of the users at first, and then they switch over to pleasing their market partners or the services, like the people who actually provide the service, like who actually give the product or actually serve the service. Like, it's like, how do you pay someone which will settle them, but it won't be much beyond that? And also, how could you pay, how could you so this is like a person quoted this thing as Enshittification of internet. So signing off. See ya.